Yo, what up? My name is Don, and today we're going to be checking out the 10th track off Sylosis' brand new album, The New Flesh, which just released 2 days ago on Friday 20th, 2026. This one is called Circle of Swords, and it is the second last song on the album. Just finished listening to Everywhere at Once, which was one of the two songs now that absolutely surprised me on the album. The first being Adorn the Throne, and the second being Everywhere at Once. Which was quite a sad song, but in such a beautiful, beautiful way. It did make me drop a tear. Go watch that reaction and let me know if you relate in any way to it. But without further ado, let's hop right in and check out how Sylosis is going to wrap this album up with the second last song, Circle of Swords by Sylosis. Back to brutality.
I turn, there's a pain on my throat. Everyone I know is now all forlorn. If that's what you want, then fucking take some. In the brain, you'll see it's a reflection.
Absolutely visceral.
I'm still in the struggle of swords. I'll kneel before your new God. Stay in the circle of swords. I'll save your new life. Go! Whispers of your intent lead the way.
What a sick riff, dude.
You see all through God, now you stay here. You'll not dream me. Never leave a scar. And now I know who you truly are. Stay in the circle of swords.
The way he says swords.
For your new God. Stay in the circle of swords.
That's so sick. I live for little build-ups where they really take time to build it up. You know, really break down that beat and build it up at the same time. Oh man. Oh, yes. Listen to how they were grooving on that. That was sick.
Stay in the circle of swords. I'll kneel before your new God. Stay in the circle of swords. Now praise your new Lord. No matter how hard you try to push through, you're only creating a self-inflicted wound.
Oh, God. That tone is so filthy. Yeah, sick. Absolutely sick. So they are going to bring the energy back, at least on the second last album, or second last song on the album. Absolutely incredible. I loved it. Stand in the circle of swords. I'm not sure what he says, but when he screams out the word God, so powerful. So powerful. I want to get back into that one immediately. That's a great song, man. They just crushed it with this album, but I'm so close to the end, so we'll save my overall, my overall thoughts for the end. Let's get back into this one so we can talk about some of the things that we absolutely loved about this song, Circle of Swords. So, they maintain the, they maintain this idea that they've carried throughout the entire album, which is that they want to get into songs fairly quickly. I don't think this one wastes much time at all. Right, his vocals always come in on every track. Apart from the slower ones, his vocals always come in so powerful and just piercing in the best way. Really gets you into that groove. I think for me, groove seems to be one of the things that is prioritized on this album and is carried throughout most of the songs on the album. And where he does slow it down, not only do I feel like they're placed fantastically when it comes to where they are on the album, but I think that overall the entire energy of the album, front to almost back now, has been so on point. One of the things I said earlier is that the riffs don't seem to be overcomplicated, but they still bang so hard. And I think that's just because how they're delivered and how they're set up to be delivered. When it comes to like before a main groove or something, just the riff before it that really sets it up makes the impact of it so much more powerful. And this is why I think that the attention to songwriting as an art has been beyond top tier. This album, it's not just, and I've never been a fan of metal bands who just seem to, and I'm sure they're not doing this on purpose, but it seems like most metal bands just follow the trend of down tuning, grabbing a 7-string, grabbing an 8-string, down tuning, and just doing variations of riffs where the grooves seem to revolve around open chugging. And it's not that there's anything wrong with that, but I feel like when any idea is overused, it becomes a little bit bland. And so I feel like this, the current fads and current trends are making a lot of things bland and boring. And I want melody in my grooves back. Grooves like this carry melody, and they still bang so freaking hard. So you can still have like the same picking patterns, but just add some melody to it. And all of a sudden we have something that was taken from, no spices on your chicken to a full mouth of flavor. This is awesome. This has got flavor, baby. This album has got flavor. I feel like more metal bands should pay attention to stuff like this. It doesn't have to be exactly sounding like Sylosis, but I just want flavor in their style. That's my complaint. And that is my compliment. That is my complaint for other bands and my compliment to Sylosis, because they do it so fantastically. Every single instrument. I want to take a moment to say every single instrument has been fantastic. I was just gonna say how Ali's drumming is just monstrous, but I first ran into Ali Richardson through Bleed From Within, which is another fantastic band. They share the same drummer. If you didn't know, Ali Richardson is the drummer for both bands, which is just insane in my opinion. But big kudos to the other guitarist in the band and the bass player, whose names I'm going to bring up right now. So sick. We have Carter Marshall and Ben Thomas. Again, I'm not sure which one of those two is the windmill master, but they have been fantastic. Everybody is just so cohesive in this band that at this point, I wouldn't want any part of this lineup being changed or messed with. It is fantastic, and I just want them to go on a tear for at least a couple albums. What a joy this has been to listen to. Circle of Swords slaps so hard. It cuts so hard. So now the ultimate question is, how do they wrap up the album, right? But before that, I got to know what you guys think of Circle of Swords. I think it was 10 out of 10. I think it was 10 out of 10. It is one of the shorter songs on the album. Actually, the shortest song is All Glory, No Valor, then Mirror, Mirror, and then this one, Circle of Swords. It's under 4 minutes, whereas most of the album teeters on being 4 minutes or over. So, for songs that want to get into the groove right away, they're still on the longer side of what you would think like a song. It's like typical 3 minutes 30 seconds. They're still on the kind of longer side of that. I think it's perfect. I think it's absolutely perfect. It just gives more room for the song to breathe and stuff and the energy to flow. So let me know what you think of this song, Circle of Swords, down in the comments below. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.